Assalamualaikum, my name is Naqib and I will be presenting about the background of the company that we have chosen, which is Nestle. Nestle is the world's largest food and beverage company. The purpose is to unlock the power of food to enhance quality of life for everyone, today and for generations to come. Its years of experiences since 1912, Nestle has been nourishing legends through varieties of high-quality brands and products, while maintaining its halal excellence and integrity to blend in the market. These are the chronology of how Nestle has started in Malaysia as the Anglo-Swiss condensed milk company in Penang, and later, due to growth and expansion, made a move to Kuala Lumpur in 1939. In 1957, following the nation's independence in 1957, there came a need for increased job opportunities and more product options. In the mid-1960s, Nestle began its culinary products division, producing exciting culinary solutions under the well-loved Maggi trademark. And this has led to the establishment of Nestle's first manufacturing facility in Malaysia. Today, Nestle in Malaysia have been operating 6 factories, employed more than 5,000 employees nationwide, producing over 500 halal certified products and key brands approved as Malaysian favorites, which are Milo, Maggi, Nescafe and KitKat. These are the awards and achievements that have been achieved by Nestle over the past few years.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Hafizd bin Ateh and I will continue the presentation. Management approach. Management approach are the technique that I use to direct and control an organization. In addition, Nestle managers at all levels are more concerned with leading and inspiring people to add value rather than with exercising formal authority. This calls for a high personal commitment for each employee and a common mindset geared toward result. Factor in considering segment reporting. 1 is nature of business and product, 2 type or class of customer, and 3 method of products distributed. Types of segmenting reporting. There are 3. 1. Demographic segment. For the demographic, the customer segmentation of Nestle is based on age, gender, income, and education. Nestle never offers same product for different age groups. For an example, it offers Milo for children and coffee for adults. Psychographic segment. Nestle segments is products based on lifestyle and personality. For example, Nestle KitKat is for people who want to taste the real chocolate, and Nescafe 3-in-1 for people who don't have time to eat. And third, geographic segment. Nestle company has segmented its market for Nescafe ice based on the geographic weather, warm, cold. So this is Chief Operating Decision Maker for Nestle Malaysia, which is Mr. Juan Arnolds. He is the Chief Executive Officer for Nestle Malaysia and also Executive Director. So, what does the responsibility of CODM or Chief of Decision Maker? The responsibility is the responsible of business activity, 2. Identify of existence of managers, and 3. Responsible on establishing policies, guidelines, strategic objective, and providing leadership. Segmental report. For the Nestle company Berhad, the operating segment for Nestle company Berhad is food and beverages, Nespresso, Nestle Health Science, Nestle Professional, and Pet Care. Each of these are included with 2 revenue, which is external and internal revenue. So for the reporting purpose, a reportable segment is one that meets any one of the following quantitative threshold, which is 1. Revenue. So revenue, it's reported revenue from sales to external customer and inter-segment sales is 10% or more of the combined revenue, internal and external, of all operating segments. Or second, result and profits. The absolute amount of the segment reported profit or loss is 10% or more of the greater of in the absolute amount. The combined reported profit of all segment reporting profits, or the combined loss of all reporting losses. And for the last one is asset. The segment asset of 10% or more of the total asset of all operating segments. So for the Nestle company, we choose the revenue as our quantitative threshold in order to find the threshold for reportable segment. So after conducting the 10% test based on the revenue, we conclude that the food and beverages has 48%, which is above 10%. So for the food and beverages, it is reportable. Same goes with the Nespresso, which is 17%. For Nestle Health and Science is not reportable because the percentage is below 10%. And for Nestle Professional, it is reportable because the percentage is 17%. And lastly, for the pet care, it is also reportable because it has a 12%, which is above 10% of the revenue.
Furthermore, a test of 75% total revenue requirement must be carried, which external revenue of reportable segments must be divided with total revenue times 100%. The result shows 91.55%, which exceeds the 75% requirement. Since it is exceeding the 75%, there will be no more addition of segments to be reported. This is the new segmental report for Nestle. There are 5 reportable segments, which are food and beverages, Nespresso, Nestle Health Science, Nestle Professional, and pet care. The performance of Nestle is measured by using revenue basis. We have decided to allocate some of their expenses such as depreciation and finance costs according to the operating profit. These are the comparison between the new and original segmental report. The original segmental report used profit and loss basis and they only have 2 reportable segments, which are food and beverages and others. But the new segmental report has 5 reportable segments. Nestle Berhad chose profit and loss basis to measure performance is because managements believe that such information is the most relevant in evaluating the results of the segments which operates within a group. These are the advantages and disadvantages of segmental reporting. The advantages are transparency and better insights, which better in evaluating sustainability and growth of a company and performance of management. Better predictor of profitability, which is better in predicting the profitability of an organization. Lowest cost of capital. The risk for investment in equity with complete information is lower than that who withholds information. The disadvantages are emphasizes on the present, too much focus on the short term, which will cause neglection on the long term. Data manipulation, which it is limited by the management's point of view, which can lead to manipulation of data for better performance.
Next, basis preparation. Basis preparation using discrete method. Discrete method means each interim period are considered as separate accounting period from the annual cycle, and the report will be prepared on periodic basis. Interim report are meant to predict and describe financial performance and financial position at discrete period, which may be segment of annual period. Revenue and expenses for interim report using discrete method are measured the same way as annual financial statements are prepared. Next, 2 accounting policy used, which is plant property and equipment and right of use. First, plant property and equipment, which means asset that is held by the company for the use of production goods and services and held by the company for more than 1 year. Plant property and equipment are measured at cost model, consists of purchase price, directly attributable cost, and dismantling cost. Plant property and equipment will be depreciated over its useful life. Next, right of use. Under lesser perspective, it should classify each lease either operating lease or finance lease, and the accounting treatment must be treated accordingly, either right of use or lease liability. At the commencement that we as a lessee should recognize right of use and lease liability. Initial measurement consists of initial measurement, payment made before or on commencement date, initial direct cost and dismantling cost. Right of use measured at cost consists of initial measurement of lease liability at payment made before or on commencement date minus incentive received.
As a public listed company, Gusta Malaysia has encouraged Nestle Malaysia Berhad to prepare and publish interim reporting in half-yearly or quarterly basis. Nestle Malaysia Berhad has been prepared condensed interim financial report. The interim financial report has been prepared quarterly starting from 1st January 2021. The interim consists of 3 months and will be prepared of the 4th quarter, which will end similarly with the closing date of financial report, which is 31st December 2021. The content should present, which include all of the heading and subtotal that was included in the most recent annual financial statement. The selected explanatory notes that focus on the major changes in the financial position since the previous reporting date also required to disclose in this interim report. Next, the company also need to disclose the basic earning per share and diluted earning per share of the segment if the item present separately. In addition, if the most recent annual financial statement was a consolidated statement, the report should be produced on that basis as well. As for Nestle Malaysia Berhad, the statement that has been prepared in the interim reporting include: first, condensed audited statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income; second, condensed audited consolidated statement of financial position; third, condensed audited consolidated statement of changes in equity; fourth, condensed audited cash flow statement; and the last one, selected explanatory notes in their financial report. We choose to discuss on the 4th quarter of financial period, which is ended on 31st December 2021. For the first statement is profit or loss and comprehensive income. For the current interim period, which is 3 months from October to December 2021, while for the comparative is from October to December 2020. For cumulative current interim period is 12 months from January 2021 to December 2021, while for comparative is from January to December 2020. Next statement is cash flow and changes in equity. For the current interim period is 12 months from January to December 2021, while for comparative interim period is from January 2020 to December 2020. Next statement is for statement of financial position. For current interim reporting is as at 31st December 2021 and its comparative is as at 31st December 2020.
Adjustment 1 Share Capital. On 1st October 2021, Nestle Berhad has issued 4 million units of ordinary share amounted 1 ringgit per unit to increase their financial. In this table is shows 4th quarter of statement of financial position as at 31st December 2021. Before adjustment, the amount of share capital as at 31st December 2020 and 31st December 2020 is 267,500,000, and after adjustment, we will calculate using this formula, which is total share capital equal to share capital plus new issue share, which is 267,500,000 plus 4 million equal to 271,500,000, which is it shows an increase in the amount of share capital before and after adjustment using that formula.
The net adjustment made is regarding the property, plant and equipment. On 1st November 2021, one of its motor vehicle was disposed of with a carrying amount of 240,000 for a profit of 100,000. The motor vehicle was purchased at cost of 500,000. From the table, we can see before the adjustment was made, the carrying amount of property, plant and equipment as at 31st December 2021 is 1,534,268,000. As we can see from the working has been prepared, cost of vehicle amounted 500,000 minus with the carrying amount amounted 240,000 equal to 260,000, which is the amount of accumulated depreciation. After the adjustment was made, the new carrying amount of property, plant and equipment as at 1,533,508,000 after deducting the cost of RM 500,000 and the accumulated depreciation amounted to 260,000.